I say Grand Rising, welcome back. Top of the, you already know. The top of the Grand Rising, and it's time to get it. So peace to the gods and goddesses. And you already know you gotta stay productive out here day in and day out. Chasing that chicken. You know what I mean? Doing what you gotta do for yourself productively, for yourself and others. Then others will get it. They gotta do the same. And once everybody get on the same page and be productive day in and day out, what it is that benefits them first, so that someone else could benefit off it, then that's what we got to do, especially with the nutrition. So who's eating good and who's on point with themselves, eating good this morning, not this morning, but this Grand Rising, because everybody's, you know what I mean? Welcome back, family. And at the end of the day, we got to continue to think good, feel good mentally, physically, and emotionally. So people be like, yo, how you call it? How you do it? How I do it is by continuing to eat good. That's how I do it. And focusing, knowing what it is that needs to be done. And disfocus yourself from the things that doesn't add up. So when we realize we are doing ourselves an injustice by focusing on things that doesn't benefit us, even in the eating industry, because I talk to people day in and day out, family members, and that poor nutrition is not good. And I keep saying it. Next year we're going to do the same thing. Like they said, next year the same time, let's see where the family's at. And see who's applying it and who's adding on to themselves. Even if they're not following Dr. Sebi's nutrition, but some type of nutrition the family needs to follow, especially with a pH balance on a 7.5. That is alkalinity. So I keep telling everybody, eat good, man. You're going to feel good in a matter of 90 days and cut off all that sugar and all that caffeine and all that, or anything that has to do with a chemical that stops you from even comprehending yourself first, because the comprehension starts with you. And this is why I tell people, you eat good, you feel good, you think good, you move good. You know what I mean? You promoting this to yourself and others, but people don't get it. And then when people see it through you, they're going to ask you, oh, what are you doing? Whatever I'm doing is what I've been trying to tell you I'm doing, because people want to get this information. Sometimes, you know how you give somebody information, right? And a year later, they hitting you with the same information you gave them a year ago. But it's like, now you applying it, you should have been applied it. But sometimes they get they answers from others, and you can't even be mad at those that you even gave them the solutions and the answers and the results and the testimony. But then they go to someone else and get the information, come back to you and be like, yo, you know what, this, you know what this does to you, and you know your pH balance will rise. We already know this, and this is why you can't be mad at people who at the moment don't want change. They don't want to change the way they eat, the way they think, and the way they move. Because remember, they want to see somebody else do it. So it's like a show and tell. People don't see the testimony through you. How they gonna believe you, or how they gonna even go that route, or even attract themselves to that, if they don't see it as nothing attracting about it? And that's what I tell people, when you eat good, people are gonna question you. What are you doing to do this? What are you doing to do that? And then I break it down to you mathematically. So my family be in shock with me, especially when I don't see them for years. They be like, oh, what you been doing? What I've been telling you I've been doing all these years. Changing the way of eating and changing the way I think. And then not spiritual, but opening my consciousness, because I'm a conscious healer. I open up people, I expand people's consciousness. All that other thing that people talk about, I don't know, man. But I know I'm a healer. Even by speaking to people, I'm a healer by even showing people the route to go. That's healing. That's healing. Once you figure out something that benefits you, someone else, and beyond, you become that. And then you can show others, yo, this is the route to go, this is the route to take, and this is what the benefit, this is what you're gonna benefit off. And this is the results after of what you are benefiting off. So at the end of the day, we can't even be mad at ourselves, especially when those don't add on. And you look at the circle of people that you're walking with, or your family, and I can't say disappointing. I can't say I'm disappointed. It's like they not ready for the change. Just like I wasn't ready. Like my family told me the other day, yo, you was the biggest one in the family out of all of us. I know I was 260 pounds. I'm about to put a picture that when y'all see it, y'all gonna be like, nah, that's not you. But I looked so sloppy and so unhealthy that it was not even funny. And now that I'm looking at pictures going back into time, you know what I mean? From the past pictures that I had to now, moving forward, it's like, wow, I look completely fucking different. I looked at like I was dying. I looked at sick. I thought I was looking something good. I looked at like a little, I don't know what. a fat little pig. Let me stop playing. But at the end of the day, I was looking sloppy and unhealthy. And I know if I was sloppy, looking unhealthy, I could just imagine the frequency of the vibration I was in at one point. You understand what I'm saying? Even though I knew what I know now, and something had to, you know what I mean, hit me in a way where it woke me up even more. And that's when I got that colon cancer and I was bleeding in my stool. Once I figured I was bleeding in my stool and I had polyps in my colon, and I'm like, wow, it must be in the water. Because a couple of friends of mine in my community where I lived that had the same symptoms, and I'm like, wow, so this must be in the food, it must be in the water, it must be something. And when my friends told me they had that situation, I said, let me go check my colon out. And when I did, it was lucky that I caught it on time, because if I didn't catch it on time, I wouldn't be speaking to y'all, family. So at the end of the day, it's not how you're gonna apply, how you're gonna figure it out, and how you could change the way of eating just to get yourself in that vibration out of that sickness. And once again, it's getting out of that blood and starch environment. And once people figure out that there's a blood and starch environment that we in, that low pH balance below 7. Anything below 7, family, go check out your pH balance. And I'm gonna save this video and put it on YouTube, because everybody got to get their pH balance results. The first thing you could do today is get your pH balance results and get that pH balance higher and higher, day in and day out. And the more you keep getting it higher, the closer you're gonna get to who you are. Yeah, hell, you already know. Thumbs up. Peace to the gods and goddesses out there. You already. But and once you change how you eat, then you can start investing in yourself in acres of land, and then growing your crops and vegetables just to keep yourself there. Because once you could get yourself there, then it's maintenance. It's called maintenance with the nutritionist. Matter of fact, and I ride with it all day, because this is what I promote all day. If I'm promoting it out here all day, I got all the products in my car as I'm driving, and this is what I do. I should be getting paid from the Usha village, but it's not about money. It's about bringing the self-awareness. My mother the other day says, yo, the way you promote DrSebiCellFood.com, you know what I mean? It's like you own the business. Nah, I don't own the business. I'm just bringing the self-awareness to the family, to the unit, to the dark melanated brothers and light melanated brothers. They can say Caucasian, and the dark melanated brothers, they're gonna hit you with the black and white card. But I'm gonna bring this to the world. Everywhere I go, I do not stop talking about this. And at the end of the day, the movement is strong. You know what I mean? People might not see nothing now, but eventually it's developing. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes, in the spiritual world, in the energy room, whatever you want to call it. Because it's already put it out there. And eventually it will come. In Costa Rica it is, family. Costa Rica is where is it at. If we could get a couple of acres out there in that side of the world, a non-profit organization where we could all sit down as a group of people. You already know, y'all, hell, we already talked about that. Now we got to unify and do it for the right reasons. Not to hold nobody in no camps and all that other shit. I don't know about them other things, but a movement of self-maintenance. Self-maintenance, self-preserving, and self-reproducing. Because the land is going to give it to us, family. And when the family realize that, that's when it becomes a team us. Right now, we all are running out there, team me, team me. Yeah, it's team you, because eventually you're going to bring something to the platform that's going to benefit someone else and beyond. And then that becomes team us when the family's there day in and day out, putting in that work to maintain the crops in the fields. At the end of the day, to maintain the restaurant from the same thing and maintain themselves. And have places for people to go to have a little piece of a corner of a land. Do what you have to do. Because we're doing it anyway. We're working to get the meal. We're working for a meal for today. We're working for our roof over our head. We're working to pay all our bills. But we still, as a unit, combine. And let's put our money together. Everybody has a say so, especially when people have to maintain fruits and vegetables. Others have to teach others that don't know nothing about this farming life. Remember, everybody's learning something and teaching something. Like I learned from my audience, and I learned from the people who follow me and the people that I follow and people who tell me, yo, keep up the good work. I learn from people, and then people add on to me, yo, this is how you do this, and you know you have to. And I take that and I run with it, fam. And at the end of the day, when we all get on the same platform, on the same page, we could all make this move, bust this move, and start putting our money together. Somebody got to have some type of control, some type of, you know what I mean, idea of which way we going with this. You understand what I'm saying? And then eventually everybody plays a position, everybody plays a part in this. You know what I mean? We need everybody. I need people who can farm. I need people who know how to cook. I need people who know how to, build. There's a little bit of everything that I need out here. And eventually we all could put it all together. And then eventually is called an empire. Then you built in something from the bottom to the top. Because we came from the top to the bottom to go right back up. But now we have to unite, family. And I'm gonna keep saying that until people get it. Because eventually everybody will get it. And you already know, I'm gonna give you a call as soon as I'm done with this video so we can chop it up. But at the end of the day, it's staying productive day in and day out and doing what we have to do for ourselves first, for others can actually, unite and build this community. It's a community thing. It's a movement thing. And at the end of the day, where it's gonna start at? It starts with you, it starts at home, and it starts with even changing the way you think. So certain people who reach out to me, even when I built with them, they even mind blow me because the information they have. Like hell, the other day I was chopping it with him a couple of weeks ago, and he has some information that I ain't even have. So it just put me in a place where it opened my conscience even more. Just like I could open up people's consciousness and wake people up, he woke me up even more. I was like, whoa, that was the information I was waiting for. That was what I was waiting for. And this is where people don't get it. As long as we stay productive and doing it on our own times, even though others are not seeing it and other people doesn't get it, and people don't want to add on to you, and people don't actually see the movement, continue to keep doing it, consistent, call it maintenance. And once we could keep up to date with the maintenance, eventually everything else is going to manifest. That's why when people say, yo, you're going to retire? Retire from what? You can't even retire from cutting the lawn. You can't even retire from raising your grandkids. You can't even retire from even teaching someone else something. You can't even, if people want to say retire. Retire of what? I can't retire of nothing. Life, you can't retire. Life is here. Life is so beautiful. And this is why I find people funny when they mad or they don't get the message and they don't want to unite, but they waiting for somebody else to tell them, or waiting to get the results from someone else. Give yourself the results and give yourself the solution already, family. And when we could do that, then we could start uniting. But don't wait for somebody else to tell you. Tell yourself, this is what needs to be done. This is the right thing to be done, and let's move forward. You know what I mean? How many other platforms got to show it and before they could unite? Because a lot of platforms is built, everybody's built in a platform, but nobody's uniting. I could talk this all day. I could talk a good one all day and get nowhere fast. But remember, I'm out here. I'm putting that 12 hours of work. Eventually, I'm going to manifest it no matter what. Even if it's a small garden. I could plant one seed in a big, beautiful forest will grow out of it. With one seed, family. So when people be like, what? Yo, with one seed, I could build a beautiful forest will come out of it. And once we realize that, and we get our own little couple of lands, stop planting them seeds. That one seed is gonna give you a forest of fruits and vegetables, and that alone you're gonna maintain off. And people talk about not maintenance. Yeah, you gotta maintain that seed. You gotta stay on top of that seed. You gotta water that seed. You gotta nurture that seed. You gotta nurture that you know what I mean? That how can I say the word? Your garden. And your gardens of fruits and vegetables or not. That shit will go out of control, and maggots and all sorts of animals that eat on that. So eventually we need to maintain everything that we put our efforts into, especially a seed of life. And when people say you don't have to maintain that, you're lying, because you have to maintain yourself, even eating good and being under the sun. The sun right now is beautiful. You cannot hide from that sun, family. So people hide from the sun. Today's are beautiful. They don't even know how hot it is. But it's out here. So when you hide from that sun, you're done. I just popped Dr. Sebi's Happy New You package. You know what I mean? And then you need the sun. You hear the birds chirping. As soon as you hear the birds chirping, it's time to get up. Get up with the birds. The birds got a schedule out here, right? While the animals have they know their nutrition, they know the time they got to get up, they know the time they got to go to sleep. They got a schedule. Animals do. So imagine that. They have a schedule. They know what to do in harmony with the universe. We need to know, because they know their nutrition. So I tell this to people: get up with the animals. I call it the 5 to 9 life. You get up at 5 in the morning, by 9 o'clock at night. If you ain't accomplished what it is to maintain, you know what I mean, your farm, then what you was doing all day. That's a 16-hour shift. 8 hours to sleep, family. And that's the best thing to do is, you know, it's to get up in the morning early and you going straight to farming and maintaining that crops, and I don't care what it is, doing what on it. Listen, man, people just don't get it, and they'll eventually get it once they see one person do it or see someone else, and everybody's doing this. This ain't nothing new. So when people say, oh, this ain't nothing new, man, whatever you thinking about doing, or somebody's already doing it, and they doing it bigger and greater. And at the end of the day, how can we not focus? And this is why I stay focused, even if it's taking inches towards it. But eventually, it's gonna be longer than what people think it is. And eventually, I'm doing it just because I know this is gonna manifest as something big and great for myself and others and beyond. Or even if it's not for myself and for others and beyond, because it sounds selfish when I say me. No, I say me because I'm part of it. I'm part of this movement. Me, someone else, and beyond, family. And it's always gonna be Team You first. Because we always by ourselves at all times. So it's always gonna be Team Me, and I'm gonna be moving these units out here and making sure that people get the message, because eventually the more I keep speaking this into existence and into others, and when people see me, yo, I know you. Yeah, we know each other because we was building. And I see people day in and day out. This is a small town in Rhode Island. This is like an inch of a speck of a, at the end of the day, it's so small. Out of the 50 states, this is the smallest state. Everybody who was born, raised here know each other. That's crazy. New York is so big, you could disappear in New York. You could be there for 20, 30, 40 years and people don't even know you're there. But out here, people get the recognition going. And that recognition, you know what I mean? When you out here, people gonna bump into you again. And that's why you gotta stay productive in your community. You gotta stay, you know what I mean, uplifting yourself and others, because people are watching. And this is why I walk with my head high, because anywhere I go in the universe, people be like, yo, he haven't changed his way of thinking or movement, because I move righteously. Protect, serve everything this life. Don't take a life to save a life. Save your life to save someone else's life. But don't take a life to save a life, because you already dead after that. And you can't take lives to save lives, man. That's played out. We have to protect and serve everything, man. Life is beautiful, man. Who doesn't want to keep living? I don't even know what the word death means, man. The definition of death. That's whack. Give me the definition of life all day and take everything that subtracts from anything they want to live or anything they want to do right. They want to subtract from that. Remove it. Clean house. Thing on this universe, they want to do other people dirty, and knowing they're doing people dirty, it ain't supposed to be adding up at this time on this universe. It's the year 2020, and people still living ass backwards, trying to hurt people in the lower self ways. But those are lower self people will get it, and eventually will continue to get it, because people are going to leave them where they stand. And at the end of the day, the righteousness keeps us moving. The truth walks by itself, man. And this is why I always walk by myself. If you see me with a group of people, it's because we all on the same platform, we move in the same way, and we think in the same way for the same cause, for someone else to benefit. If not, then you ain't walking with me. If you think it's about you and you're going to leave me where I stand after you get your way with me, yeah, go ahead and use my energy towards me after you get what you want said and done in the lower self way or in a negative way. Yeah, try that with me if you want. Try to use my energy for the wrong reasons to manipulate others, and I'll show you what I really mean. And this is why people don't get along with me sometimes, because they want to use my energy and knowing that they can't. And I'll be like, I'm good. No, it's no. And learn how to use the word no when you know it doesn't benefit you, that person who's trying to manipulate you in a way where you know that shit is fucked up. And you see that? And this is why I can't manipulate the game. The game was not made to manipulate. And those that want to manipulate and keep people in the void, because, you know, sometimes you see my energy just change, because there's always people talking extra. So I walk away, because the devil's a liar. I say not the devil, the lower self is a liar. Because people say, what you mean the lower self vibration, thinking or speaking without even knowing what you're speaking about, without even getting to know someone or getting to know thyself, or even walk this journey, because I lived this life. I already lived through a lot of experiences, so I could talk about it. I live hands-on. I don't live hiding behind the scenes of nothing. Kid, where we at? So when people be like, yo, where we going with this? We gonna start where we at. They could be in Babylon. Babylon is a thought, family. Start where you at, in the cities, in the tropics, in the suburbs, wherever you at, start it. And eventually, we're gonna, inch by inch, we're gonna get there. And those that want to support, reach out. Those who want to unite, let's keep talking. Somebody might have a better idea than me on how to get some chicken for guacamole. We could get up out of here. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn from others. Somebody could teach me. I'll be sitting in my car for 12 hours chasing money. I have to change that line of description because it ain't benefiting me. So I have to figure out something else to make more money faster. But that 12-hour shift, I put in 12 hours daily, 7 days a week. Car break down, then I'm out of commission. That happened to me. The universe tried to stop me, but I got back on course because the universe cannot stop me because the universe is going to provide for you at all times. Car broke down, I put it back on the road, family. It ain't going to stop me from actually moving forward with myself, even if I get put on a standstill, on chill, on ice. I'm going to get right back up. I could fall off for 2 weeks, but I get back up because I'm not going to let a lower self-temptation take me somewhere where I know I can't come back. And be like, why you? I'm easy with it. I'm smooth sailing. I'm not in a rush for nothing. And then at the end of the day, those who are in a rush always lose things in between the lines. So just slow down. Life is good though. And I gotta enjoy this weather. This ain't my type of parking lot or type of land that I want. They even cover the land here with the tar. You see how where I'm walking? It's tarred out. Took all the grass away from it. This ain't me. I need to see grass. I need to see flowers. I need to see fruits and vegetables. I need to feel the fucking the real oxygen on the other side. People don't get it. The family don't get it. My family's so big, they don't see what I'm talking about. I said, let's put all our money together and let's get up out of North America. Let's go to South America. Nah, nobody want to go to South America. They say, now you going on your own. I'm going on my own. I got this. Family, frequency, love is understanding. So I can't be mad at my family. My blood family doesn't get it. And if they don't get it, then I'm going to show them through me that life will. It's going to happen. Through me, it's going to happen. Through me and others, just like me or me just like others that think the same way, it's going to make it happen. So I'm not worried. I'm not in a rush, family. And love is love. Always stay strong. Do it for yourself, man. Don't do it for someone else. Do it for yourself, knowing that you know it's right for you, knowing that that's what you want. That's what you want to be a part of. That's why you know it. You know that resonates with you on what others is talking about in the part of the movement that you're about to be a part of or what you want to be a part of. And this is what I tell people, man. Do what's right. Hashtag do what's right, family. And if people don't get it because I'm real militant about it, and sometimes I got that serious face and be like, yo, he angry. I ain't not angry, man. My face says a lot, man, but I ain't even angry, family. Trying to let that hair grow. My shit is growing. When I put them locks on my hair, let's see that. The first Puerto Rican on a block with locks. That's what I'm trying to show. That's what I'm gonna do, because that's what I am. I'm powerful, I'm energy, I'm pureness. I figured it out. I'm so pure, bro. It ain't even funny. I can't even go the wrong route no more, family. I try to hang out with people, and it's not my vibration if it's not something righteous that is to do what's right, or even the positive. Because you can hang out positive, you could do things the opposite of hanging out the righteous way. I hang out the righteous way. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna make sure I do it the righteous way, and I'm gonna go out, do the righteous thing. And if I'm gonna go to an event or I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm going to something righteous. This is why I'm gonna open up that restaurant. Have our type of music in there. You know what I mean? A juice spot of fruits and vegetables, and the other side to eat. But I'm gonna let y'all go with that thought, because I'm gonna start my day, because I gotta go. The car's just sitting there on fire. Like, let's peel off. We got things to do. People, places to see, so we can get to the other side, man. South America, Costa Rica. I'm still coming. Don't worry about that, Costa Rica. Got the fams out there too. And love is love, man. Stay strong. Team me, team us. It's team us when we together, team me when I walk alone. But when I see the crowd, we pulling up together. People know how to walk. People know how to take care of themselves. And people know how to do the right thing by now. So, hashtag do what's right, team me. Peace to the gods and goddesses. Enjoy this beautiful, blissful day. This is a beautiful, blissful day. It's the ninth day of the third month of the year. So that's all an illusion. I'm timeless. But love is love, family. And stay strong at all times. Can't even be mad. Come from the heart, Shaka. Come from here. Don't come from this palace of Satan. That's Satan's palace. Your heart is where God is at all times. God is love. Love is God. Team Me, stay up. And if y'all want to support Team Me, Cash App Team Me support. And you're ready. I'm going to let y'all go. Family's family, love. I say family's frequency, love is understanding. Family's business, love is law. Let's get it. I'm going to let y'all go and keep it productive.